before you click off because you think this is just another random video that doesn't have to do with mental health, you're wrong. It has everything to do with mental health. So let's get into it. Hey, what's up? Hello. Today we're going to be talking about something that's super exciting, and that is my new tattoo. First of all, I want to showcase my other tattoo and give her some love because nobody likes to be left out. So, voila! These are my lilacs done by amazing Hannah Mormon. She was at the same tattoo. Both of these tattoos have been done at the same shop, and honestly I cannot see myself going anywhere else for a tattoo in the future because the shop is just so amazing. The owners are amazing. Everyone's amazing there. That whole environment, I mean, white walls, a fucking koi pond of all the fucking things in a tattoo shop. Great music. You know, a lot of times when you go to a tattoo shop, sometimes it can be a little intimidating, and this is just like the most welcoming place ever. So would highly recommend. I will link everyone's Instagram down below so you can check out their work because it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. So last week I got a tattoo, and whenever tattoo time comes around, even if I get an idea about a tattoo, I'm just like, yes, and I get so excited and so jazzed up, and as you can tell, I'm just like so happy. So originally this was not supposed to be a tattoo cover-up. It's not that it wasn't supposed to be, but it wasn't my original idea. I had communicated to her that eventually I did want this tattoo to be covered up, but in the idea that I gave her, it wasn't necessarily like covered up. It was just kind of by it. And the way that I like to be tattooed is I like giving the artist the idea and letting them just kind of run with it. And eventually I would like Hannah to do this arm, and I would like Lauren, the artist who did this tattoo that we're talking about today, I would like her to do this arm and just kind of run with it and do whatever they want to do. So now I'm going to get into the deep stuff and talk to you about the original tattoo. The original tattoo was a heart, and it had a heart in the inside with a little halo. And I got this tattoo because I had a miscarriage. When I was 18 years old, senior in high school, I found out I was pregnant. At the time, I was living with my fiance and my now baby daddy. So it was a really hard time, and it's going to be a little confusing and a little hard to talk about it, not necessarily emotionally, but it's just hard to look back and like really try to like explain to the best of my ability. So I apologize if it's a little confusing. So I found out I was pregnant when I was 18 years old. I was a senior in high school. I was also taking college classes, and I started a new job at Starbucks. And honestly, it was a lot to take on for an 18-year-old at once. And I was weighing my options. We use protection, we use birth control, but you know, shit happens, and there's always loopholes. I honestly was weighing abortion as an option because I was scared of what my mom was going to think of me. And I hate saying that, and I hate putting that blame on her. But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody wants their parents' approval and they want them to be proud of their decisions. So I decided to make an appointment for an abortion, and the abortion clinic was 220 miles away from me. So I was just gonna go and not tell anybody and come back and like hope for the best. And though inside I just like didn't want to, and I knew I would regret it. And you know, I'm totally pro-choice. I'm like, do whatever the fuck you want, whatever. Like if you're not gonna be a good parent, or you know, you're into some bad shit or whatever, like it's fine. I'm pro-choice. So I ended up telling my mom and Martin, and it was the hardest thing to tell my mom this, and she was, I think, a little bit disappointed, but she accepted it, and that's all I could ask for at the end of the day. That's all I could ask for. So I go into my first ultrasound, and the baby's heartbeat is a little bit slower, but they let us hear the heartbeat, and they let us, you know, obviously like take home an ultrasound, and we crossed our fingers and hoped for the best. And then I had my second ultrasound, which was the day before Thanksgiving, and we went in there and we were all hopeful, and there was no heartbeat. And that was the hardest thing ever, because I have never ever at that point I never lost anybody. I never really had attachments to things or like people or animals, and this was the first thing that I was like, okay, we're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna, me and Martin, we're young, but we're just gonna fucking do it. And it was kind of just like ripped from me. In an instant, it was just gone. So from that point, I didn't really emotionally heal, and it took a lot of toll on me and Martin's relationship. It wasn't good. It was a very toxic time. For both of us, it was just really fucking hard, honestly. And about a year later, I got the tattoo. We went to a shop that wasn't recommended in the Valley. And I personally had a very good experience there. So I did eventually want this covered up, but I wasn't planning to get it covered up on this tattoo that we're talking about today. But I'm the type of person to, like I said, just let the artist do whatever the fuck they want. And she was like, hey, do you want to, since you talked about covering this up, do you want to cover it up and I'll, incorporate it in this tattoo? And I was like, yeah, sure, like, go ahead. So that's what we did. I wanted to cover this up because it's such a simple tattoo and I like the simplicity of it, but it just didn't really define me anymore, and it didn't hold the meaning that it did when I first got it. And now that I'm, 2 years older and I'm mentally in a different place, I feel that I'm just done with that part of my life, and I understand that everything happens for a reason, and life figures itself out. So we came up with this tattoo, or I should say Lauren came up with this tattoo, because I was just like, hey, put some flowers on me, and she was like, okay, let me just art you the fuck up. So this is the cover up. As you can kind of see, there's the heart right there, and it's kind of disguised as a little bulb, and there's the little heart with a little halo right above my finger. And what I love about this cover up, and like the main reason why I wanted to talk about it, is because though it is, disguised, it's not covered up completely. It's not like you just put like a sticker over it and you can never see it again. You can still obviously tell that it's there. I mean, you might have to look a little closely if you don't know that it was there before, but it's still there. And kind of how Lauren put it is like, she incorporated it and not covered it up. I originally, the flowers didn't have a symbolic meaning to it, and I like how, she incorporated this heart and kind of made it symbolic. I'm the type of person to get tattoos because I like tattoos, not because I like have a meaning attached to them. This, honestly, I got it because I liked it, and I was gonna get the flowers because I like them. But now this has a little bit more meaning to it, which is great. At the end of the day, it's awesome. So that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to talk and get a little bit deeper, and I guess the meaning, the thing to take away from this is like, you can grow from your pain and have beautiful art, or have these beautiful emotions, and grow from them and not be somebody different, but be something more than you were. So that's basically it for this video. I'm gonna try to start making some more quality content. It's kind of hard to make quality content when I don't like to leave my house, but I'm gonna really try to start like making some nice artistic content for you guys. So that's basically it. I hope you have a great day or a great night or whatever the fuck you're doing. I hope it's fucking awesome, and I hope you stay positive, and I hope you stay sane. And again, those Instagrams will be linked in the description if you want to see Lauren's work, Hannah's work, or the owners of the shop. If you want to see their work, check out their Instagrams below. You will not be disappointed. So, or if you want my Instagram, that's below too. So, or my Snapchat. But, okay, bye.